Yes, acne, the scourge of many people's skin. Most people associate acne with teenagers, which is true because acne is simply the result of the oil glands in our body, or sebaceous glands, being stimulated by hormones, particularly the male side. And when we reach puberty, these oil glands become active because we have hormonal stimulation. They're stimulated, they get clogged with all kinds of crud, and this eventually results in an infection in the oil gland, which is what a pimple is. Those can be fairly severe and they can cause scarring, which is catastrophic for many teenagers. But acne can also be seen in older adults, particularly in the perimenopausal years in women, because as the estrogen starts to diminish during those perimenopausal years in the 40s, 50s, etc., the level of male hormones is relatively higher. And then we see acne associated with that time of life. So it's a very frustrating area, but there's a lot of new exciting things going on to improve acne in a more natural way. Yes, to some extent, a diet that's higher in sugars and fats can also increase acne. Typically though, if you eat a diet that's higher in fruits and vegetables, and which has natural antioxidants, that seems to improve acne because sugar in the higher levels of sugar in the diet are associated with more bacterial infections. And acne is, after all, a bacterial infection inside of our oil glands. So diet most definitely plays a part, and there are naturopathic ways to improve acne with supplements that take extracts from certain types of plants, vegetables, that can lower our risk. Well, the most important thing with acne is, remember, it's an infection and it's caused by inflammation. So the first thing you want to do is cleanse the skin properly, and not aggressively, not too often, but properly. And there are certain types of natural fruit acids like salicylic acid that can release all that sticky stuff that gets clogged in our oil glands, and by doing so, the bacteria don't have a place to grow. So that's very important, how we cleanse the skin. And we want to exfoliate too, but we have to do it without abrasively injuring the skin, because that will stir up more inflammation. And then there are other products that can reduce the environment where bacteria grow, such as vitamin A derivatives, retin A, retinol, and benzoyl peroxide or certain types of peroxides can be helpful, but many companies sell this over the counter and infomercials. We see this all the time, and they excessively dry out the skin, and for the long term can prematurely age the skin, and I don't think that's an effective way to treat acne. Well, I think the best thing is to find someone who has a lot of experience in treating acne and knows about a lot of the new science that has revolutionized acne care. We're using different types of lights that kill bacteria that have no essential side effects, called photomodulation. That's very exciting. And there are certain types of chemical peels that remove the environment that bacteria tend to grow in and can reduce the outbreak of acne. We tend not to use antibiotics if we don't have to, because antibiotics don't cure the source, the cause of acne. They treat the effect. And if you have healthier skin and do it the right way, you'll get fewer breakouts and they'll be less severe, and you won't need antibiotics at all, or very rarely. So that's exciting because antibiotics do have side effects and they can be detrimental. Topical antibiotics are best. They're applied to the skin versus oral antibiotics. But some severe cases of acne will need Accutane, and that's when the patient will need to see the dermatologist.